Hey there, my name is Brandon Toombs and I am an Employee Central consultant. Today we're going to do a short video on Company Structure Overview. Company Structure Overview is a really nice tool. It's been around for a little while, but it doesn't get the attention it deserves. It is easy to set up, and what it allows you to do is you can use it in order to see the org structure of your organization in a really simple way. So without any further ado, let's get going. Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you quickly how to set up company structure overview. I say quickly because this is a really nice tool. It's really simple to set up, so we don't need to spend much time talking about it. So I'm going to go in though to show you how this works. I'm going to just talk about it from the perspective of if you don't have company structure view enabled at all. So the process you would go through in order to do this is you would go to first you would need to turn it on, which customers can do themselves. You just go to Employee Central Settings, and you'll see I already have this set up. But if I didn't, all I would have to do is switch this from off to on, press save. Then you probably want to wait a few minutes so that you have time for the structures to all generate within your system. But the next thing you would need to do is just make sure that once that process is run, you need to give yourself the permissions necessary. So you would go into your security settings, and you would add in the security that is necessary. They're all in its own little section, so it's pretty easy to get all of that information set up or grant the roles that you need. What I'm going to do right now is just show you the security that you're going to need in order to give access to do the configuration itself to set it up. So you're going to go in. It's going to be under admin settings. And you would scroll down. There's a section called company structure, I believe. Yep. So I'm just using this search tool to find it for me. So you could also scroll down under admin tools and get there as well. But just click on that. You can see here I have all of the access already currently assigned to me. I won't go through all of these different settings, but the one that would matter, well, you would have to have access to it at all before you could do anything with it. But then the configuration is the piece, of course. If you're going to be setting it up, you would have to have that. And then you can look at the different settings in here and decide what you want to give to different groups within the company. So once you get the security all kind of situated, next thing you're going to do is you're just going to build a structure out. And so we do that. We have to go to Company Structure Overview. We can get to it to a couple of different ways. One, we could just search for company structure in the search field. I personally am a creature of habit, and what I'm used to going into is my company, and then Company Structure Overview would be right next to your org chart and your position org chart. So under Company Structure Overview, you will go in. You would go over here to the side, because when this is already set up in my system, and I'm not going to go through the process of creating a new one from scratch. There's actually multiple types here, but what I'm going to show you is the most common one, which is the business view. That is the one that gives you all of the org structure relationships. So in order to configure, though, you'll go over here to the gear, and again, you only see this if you have the security for that. And now I'm going to just show you what the config looks like for this business view. You can name this whatever you want. You would just go into add, you would create a new section, and then the root entity, you would say what the object is that would be the root entity. In our case, we're going to go to business view, and the root entity is the business unit, as you can see here. So you would go into the business unit, you would and from here you can add a child entity, and so that's how you would add in the division. So we already have the division located here, so I'm not going to actually add anything, but you will see how easy it is to add a child entity, because what I would have to do is just click on the object in and we could see what associated objects are available to be added. So in this case, we've already added the division, so it's already loaded. Otherwise, you'd see division down here, but I could also add positions as a child object of business unit if I want. But again, it's really simple. I just go to business unit, and then I add the child entity, and then it just only shows me the child associations to whatever that object is. So that's how you add new things. Now, to look at how do I configure what is actually displayed here, that is really simple as well. So I would just go to Edit Layout, and from here you would just define the code. And then normally what I do here is I would put the code and then the name, and you can see here this is what and right now we only see the options that we haven't already chosen. These are the most common ones that I use, which is the code and the name. You can add I can add, or I don't have to add, the head of unit. So if I'm maintaining the head of unit who is in charge of the business unit or whatever the entity is, I can do that here. I can count the number of people and count the number of positions. And then you can see here how easy it is to add different side items as well. So it's, the only hints I would give you is just make sure you give everything its own color, so that when you're done, it kind of pops out a little better, and you can see exactly what the different fields are. And so it is really just to let you see what it looks like when you're not in configuration mode. I'm just going to go back in and let you see kind of what the process looks like. So I go to business view, I do search business unit. I select a business unit. So I'll select corporate here, and you can see here all of my divisions down below, and you can see the owners of that object are visible as well, and I can see the number of employees, the number of positions. Obviously, there's fewer employees than positions because you're gonna have some vacant positions. So it's really simple to set up. It probably take you 10-15 minutes. Then all you have to do at that point is just add the security into the different groups that you want to have access to this. I've had companies where they just want the HR to have access to this. I've had companies where they want the managers to have access, and I've had companies where they wanted everyone to have access to this because this is how they really viewed their company. And also, it's very flexible. You can also do the same thing if you have a job hierarchy. You can set this up for your job hierarchy as well. It would, instead of viewing a company structure that would be business view, you would do one that's that's a job view. So you will be able to show that structure here as well. So it's a really simple but yet powerful tool that this is one of the cool things about being on the cloud is they added this in 1 quarter, and then it's just a few minutes to set this up. So hope you find this useful, and hope you enjoy using Company Structure Overview. Thank you.